Hey y'all, what's up? What's good? Welcome back to 7 Days of Daily Growth with Nay. I hope you guys are doing well. Hey, here go the bus. But it's Tuesday. Today's word of the day. It is week 11, day 3, and I just want to show a little bit of gratitude right now. Thank y'all for watching, for sticking it out. You know, I just appreciate it. I feel like going on a journey and really figuring things out, figuring you out, your life out, is truly important. Healing is so important. I know a lot of people might feel like, oh, it's such this big thing, but in my book that I read, let me see if I can find it real quick. I don't know. I don't feel like searching for it. I'm gonna search for it later, but because it might be in a specific section. But I remember clearly reading just how that, you know, it speaks on black women. I feel like black people as a whole, we are so far behind on healing. So far behind, like so much trauma over generations and generations. So that's why when I see people wanting better, wanting to change, wanting to live a healthier life, get more for themselves, I be all for it. And that's a big part of my channel. I'm not where I want to be, but I realized that this journey that I decided to go on is a big, huge help and stepping stone to get me. It's a part of my life to get me where I want to go. It wasn't until I wanted different, until I started to look at my life differently, until I started to seek God and pray and really just want to heal all the hurt, all the pain, all the whys, why me, why this, you know. Before I had a dream to follow, I wanted to dig deeper into me, and deeper into me made me realize so much more about myself and about life in general, you know. So to me, just keep going. If you're going, it does not have to look like my journey. It does not have to look, it's your life journey. Your feet are walking your own path. Walk your path and let others walk theirs. You don't need to look over there, up there, down there. You don't need to worry about anybody else but your own, what's in front of you. Your own path, your own walk of life. You know? So it's not going to look like anybody else's, but if you need it, I say go for it. Generations of trauma. And I see a lot of people that say they want to do better and break chains. It's so much bigger than just buying stuff. Buying your kids this, buying your kids that. Oh, now, you know, the chain is broken. The curse is broken. No. It's so much deeper than the money, man. And trying to get this and get that. It's so much deeper than that. Every time I say something good, I be wanting to get down on my knees and just, you know, like, sit, like, you know, it's just so much. But for real, it's so much deeper than that. Breaking cycles and generational curses are so much deeper than the material things of this world. I know we want better for our children, but just think about the material stuff that you give them. It just makes you think about when you buy your kids all these new shoes and then they go to school the first day and they mess them up and you mad. I spent $300 and they're a kid. Teach them some value. Teach them something worth holding on to. Teach them how to love themselves and love other people, love other children. That's why we got so many bullies and, you know, people get to school and, you know, kids got on this and then another kid got on that and then they get picked on. I don't even want to go into all that. But it's just so much, you know, into really healing. So I just thank y'all for sticking it out, for watching. I know I'm a little bit long-winded on here sometimes. I'm just thankful. I really am to be pouring into you guys. You know, I'm learning ever since the other day, every day, you know, I ask God to keep filling me up. And he has been doing a great job of filling me up so that I can pour it into other people. You know what I'm saying? So I feel it. When you start to grow and you start to heal and you start to make those changes from within, you feel them inside and then it pours out of you, you know. So I just thank y'all and I'm grateful and I'm super blessed to be right here where I am in my life. And I just thank y'all. And I just really, 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 if you're watching, don't watch just to watch. Just learn something. And if you ain't learning nothing and I'm not for you, you're not supposed to be here. You know? This is for you to actually take heed to and then tailor it to your life, because it's important. Because who you are gets passed down to the little people that you raise, or the little people that's surrounded by you. They watch you, they look up to you. Be the person that you always needed in your life. Be the adult that you always needed in your life. That's a lot. That's really why I work with kids. That's why my love for kids is so like out of this world. That's why I do what I do. Because I want to be the person that I wish I had, you know, growing up, or even sometimes right now. I am the person I am because, you know, I know what it feels like to have nobody. So just be that, you know. So today's word of the day, we are on K. And at first I did have knowledge, but now the word is just know. Know. K-N-O-W. Our word for the day is know. And, you know, I did have knowledge, but I don't know. I've been talking so much about, you know, just starting small. So I was like, you know, knowledge. I'm looking, okay, I'm ready to get into it. And I'm like, okay, but what does it mean to know? You know? That's just how I be thinking. What does it mean to know? You know, you got to keep asking questions. You got to keep asking questions to get where you want to get where you want to be. So that's how I am. Like, I ask a lot of questions, and I don't know if that's due to philosophy or just, I don't know, my eagerness to dig deeper. I don't know, but, and that's kind of what philosophy is, digging deeper. You know, it's a love for wisdom. So yeah, I guess it all ties into the same thing when it comes to my life. So the word again is know. To know means to, 1, to perceive directly, have direct cognition. 2, to have understanding of. 3, to recognize the nature of. And then 4, to have experience of. So I wanted to break down that first definition. To perceive directly or have direct cognition. To perceive means to become aware or conscious of something, come to realize or understand. And then cognition, the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought, experience, and the senses. I just wanted to give y'all those 2 definitions before I get into our conversational pieces so that you fully understand everything that I just said. You know, I'm not saying nobody is dumb or stupid. You see me, like, I just think about it. Actually, just now I said that our word for today is know. We use know so much. I know everything. I know who that is. But we say stuff and we really don't even understand what we're saying sometimes. You know? So I wanted to know what it means to know. Of course, we use our context clues. To know something is, you know, to know something. I know she said that. I feel like I'm perceiving, you know, I'm understanding that somebody said something. But a lot of people don't know, like, if I ask somebody, what does it mean to know something? They'll give me a whole bunch of stuff of what they feel like it is, you know? So it's just, I like the definitions. I like to break stuff down as best as I can, you know, to fully understand what we about to talk about. I had 3 conversational pieces. I had to choose between 2. So the first one is, do you feel as if you truly know what it means to heal? That's our first conversational piece. Do you feel as if you, and I would love to really talk to somebody about this. Like, do you really truly know what it means to heal? Because a lot of people call themselves like healing and all this other stuff, which I think is good, as you should. But do you feel like you know what it truly means to heal yourself, your life? So for me, I feel like, truthfully, I feel like I do, you know? I feel like I know exactly what it means to heal my life. And we just did this word, and you know, to heal means to make it healthy or sound again. Correct it. Make it whole again. And I say that I know what it means to, heal. I have an understanding of it. I recognize the nature of what it means to heal. You know what I'm saying? I've experienced some healing, especially along my journey. I know what it means to heal because I understand that to heal means that I have to let go of a lot of stuff. I have to forgive people for a lot of stuff. I have to forgive myself. I have to make changes within myself. I gotta unlearn unhealthy habits. I gotta learn how to cope in healthier ways versus, trying to escape my problems, trying to run away from my problems. I have to learn how to communicate healthier. I have to learn how to build better relationships. I have to learn what it's like to love. I'm not a perfect person. I have not always been a perfect person. I have to learn what it's like to be a healthy friend. Because I'm not perfect. So, when I say all that, overall, I had to learn myself all over again and who I am. I had to go back through all the mistakes and everything that I did wrong. And then I had to accept everything that was done to me and that wasn't given to me. And I had to work through all of that in order to move forward in my life, So yes, I do feel like I understand, I know what it means to heal. Enough to know that I still have more to go. I still got more healing to do. I'm not even done yet, I'm not done yet. So do you feel like you truly know what it means to heal? Because when you truly know, you're actually doing it. When you truly understand, when you truly become aware and conscious, like, I'm unhealthy. I want to be a better person. That's what it means to heal. When you look at yourself before you look at anything else and you realize that you are the problem. You are the problem. Yes, things are done to you. Things happen to us. Some way worse than others. But we have to learn how to forgive. It's a cold, crazy world. And I know some people have been through some stuff. But listen, you can't hold on to that because it's holding you back. When you're not forgiving the people that hurt you, and I mean really hurt you, when you're still holding on to them burdens that were never yours to carry in the first place, you're holding yourself back and you're hurting yourself. I know people are, angry and they don't understand, why do I gotta forgive somebody that hurt me? Because you're hurting yourself. You're holding yourself back. And God does not want that for you. He wants to use you. He wants to use what you've been through so that you can help somebody else that's currently going through it, that needs to hear your voice, that needs to hear your story in particular, that needs your help. So you gotta be willing to accept it and let it go. Accept it and move on and work through it. And I'm not saying that you're just going to be over it. You might have triggers, PTSD, anxiety. You might have something that brings back those memories, nightmares. But on Fridays, I talk about health. And I talk about what you can do to work through stuff like anxiety and PTSD. You know what I'm saying? Suicidal thoughts. Because you're stronger than who hurt you and what hurt you. You're stronger than what you've been through. For one, you're still standing and you're still here. Turn that pain into passion. And it doesn't always have to look like art. Passion can be you just, again, being that person for somebody that needs to hear your story, your little cousin, your little sister, your little brother. Again, I tell you all the time, it don't gotta be worldwide. Your purpose might start right there in your own family. Don't be ashamed of what you went through. To heal, to understand, to know, to be conscious and aware of what it means to heal is to know that it's possible. It's possible to let go and lay it all down and forgive and to move forward with your life. Because better is waiting. More is waiting. You have a purpose and God wants to use you. It's okay because you're not the only one with that story. That's why community is so important. Because there might be somebody not next to you but 2 steps down that got the same story as you, and you can relate and you can talk that out with them because y'all understand each other. So you got to ask yourself, everybody that say they're on a journey, on a healing journey, are you truly knowing what that means? Because if you don't know what it means, you're not truly healing yourself. It means that you got to relearn and you got to make yourself whole again, sound again. Alexa, next song. Because we say we healing and then we run away from the stuff that we need to heal. So do you truly understand what it means when you got to make yourself whole again, healthy again? That means you cannot run away from what you got to face, from what's in front of you. You can't run away from that stepping block. You got to step over it. You got to get past it. The more you run away, you going backwards. The more you turn away from it, the more you ignore it, the more you try to escape it, the more you stay where you at. So do you truly know what it means to heal? Because if you truly know what it means, you're not running away from anything, but you're facing everything. Because it ain't nothing that you can't get over. Nothing. You got this and you can do this. Don't just say, oh, I'm healing just because it's a thing. It ain't a thing. It's real life. And like I said yesterday, when Black people realize how powerful they are, and there's power in healing and working through that pain and working through that hurt and working through that trauma and that chaos and those triggers. You're breaking chains that way because you realize, I don't want to raise my kids like this. When you not okay and when you hurting, your babies feel that, your kids feel that. When things are not okay in the household, they see that. They're watching. You are their first teachers. They're watching you and they're learning from you and they feel you. They feel you. They came from you. They feel everything in the house. Show them different. Don't just say you healing just to say you healing and you're not really healing and you don't even know what it means to heal. You don't even understand what you're doing. Understand what you're doing. Understand that you're choosing to become a healthier person inside and not just on the outside, but on the inside, right here and right here. You got to understand what you're doing and the benefits of it. And the impact it will have on not just you, but those surrounding you. The changes it can make. But you gotta truly understand what it means. Don't be just doing stuff for no reason. Don't just be meditating and you don't even know why you meditating. Don't go buy a self-care book, self-help book. Don't go get a journal and you literally just don't understand what you're even trying to do. First, come to the understanding of what it really means, because you got to be prepared for what comes with healing. Because I bet you some people get a shadow work book or they get a journal and they start and it's too much and they put it down and they say, I can't do this. And they running from it. They sit with themselves finally alone and so much stuff and they so overwhelmed. They like, I can't do this. It's too much. You got to understand what comes with it. You making yourself, you becoming a whole different person when you heal. You letting a lot of stuff go. And it's so important. People have been living healthier lives for a long time. And then it's people like me that are stuck in that cycle of curses. I'm sorry, but I want better, and I want my kids to have better. And not just in a material sense. I actually want to pass down knowledge and wisdom to my kids. I want them to know better. I want them to understand all walks of life. I want them to love themselves and love other people. I want them to be firm in who they are and what they believe in. And I want them to stand on that at 3, 4, 5. You know what I'm saying? I want them to know who they are at a young age. And know that they are powerful. And that they can do and be whoever they want to be. That they have a beautiful presence. And that people love them. And that they are a light in this world. You know? So it's you realize that when you heal, you gotta understand the biggest thing to know what it means to heal is to know that it's bigger than you. This life thing is bigger than you. But it starts with you. It starts with you. And only you. I was about to wrap it up with that because I feel like that's all y'all need to hear today. Okay, number 2. As you hear these definitions, do you feel as if you know yourself and who you truly are as a person? Like, are you aware or conscious of who you are as a person? Like, have you came to realize who you are and understand who you are as a person? You know, have you recognized the nature of yourself? And then it also means to have direct cognition. So, that is the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought, experience, and the senses. And I feel like that's a good one as far as like knowing who you are. Because you learn who you are. I know I have learned who I am through experiences, through my senses, through thoughts. You know? That's how I know. So for me, to answer the question, I feel like I do know myself and I'm still getting to know myself at the same time. I feel like I have a good, like I know that I'm a good person. You know, I know I have a good heart. I know that I'm very smart and intelligent. I know that I'm a good friend. I know that I can be a bad friend. I know that I could be a B word. I know I could be really evil. I know that I'm very sensitive. I know a lot about myself. I know what I'm capable of. I know how far I can take it. I know that I like to argue. I know I like to make people mad when I know I can. I know that I'm very needy. I know that I'm kind of codependent, which is something that I'm trying to like get out of. Like I'm an independent codependent person. It's crazy. So I'm trying to get out of that. Also, I just know that I'm funny, quirky, nerdy. You know, I love to laugh. I love a good time. I know I love to dance. I love to dance and have a good time. That's something I really, really love to do. Like, I be right here just like, girl, I be so weak at myself. You know I do the little dumbest things. I know I'm a little deaf, you know. I know I'm a little annoying. You know. I know that I love nature. I love being outside. I love being at beaches. I love the sand. I love water. I love scenery. That's something new about myself. I just love going outside. I love being like, I love the night sky, the moon, the sun, stars. I love all stuff like that. I love horses. I love animals. I just, but I actually do love animals. I love how beautiful animals are. Animals are so beautiful. If you just, like, I want to go to a safari so bad, y'all. Like, I want to see giraffes, lions, tigers, man. I want to see cheetahs. I want to see deer. I want to see rhinoceros. I want to see elephants, man. I want to see parrots and big, colorful. I want to see, what is it? What are they called? I can't think of it. I want to see owls. Like, I actually do love animals. I really, really do. What else do I love? I love some food. I love chilling. I love being home. I love being to myself. You know. So I feel like I truly know who I am. I have a good understanding of who I am, and I think that's why I like solitude a lot, and I like to be alone a lot, because I know that sometimes I don't want to be bothered. I know that I got a nasty attitude sometimes. I don't really like people. I'll be honest. It got more so to do with me than y'all, than people. It got more so to do with me than people. I'm gonna put it like that. Cause I know me. I know who I am, and it's like I just don't. The way I see life and just how observant I am when it comes to certain things, I just like to keep my distance. I like to stay away. I don't bother nobody. Like, I really be chilling. But like, and I just feel like that's why I feel like people take me for granted, and they feel like they can play with me or pick with me or whatever, because I feel like people don't know me. And I really be chilling. I really be out the way. And, you know, in a world like this, that's a little, that ticks people off a little bit, because they want to know who you are, just so they can make their own image of you. They want to know, so then they can, what's the word? So they can distort you, basically. They can pull and twist your image how they want it and put it out to other people. That's all they want when they want to get to know you. When they, you know, when they don't like what they get to know. Like, oh, that ain't, so let me, and, you know, let me tell. I don't know, that's just how I think. And that's another reason why I say to myself, because I don't trust people. I don't trust nothing. I don't care. I don't trust nothing. And again, it just all got more so to do with me than anybody else. And I know that. I know me. Like, certain things I stay away from. Certain things I don't care for. Like, I don't be caring what people think. Call it what you want. Like, it's just like a lot of people think I brag or I'm better than them or this or that. Just, no, I just know myself. I know who I am. So that's how I carry myself. I carry myself like a person who know who they are, because I do. Especially now. It's like before actually going on my journey, it's like I've always had this idea, which is why I carry myself the way I carry myself. Like, I just know that certain things wasn't me. I just know that I'm not going out and telling everybody my business, because you just never know. It's like I'm already having these thoughts, like, call it what you want, but I'm gonna just be me, and I don't care how you feel about it. If you feel like you know me, you then okay, but I just feel like nobody really know me but me. I know me. I feel like I truly know myself enough to know that don't nobody know me, and people be feeling like they know you. I know myself enough to know that I don't care what people think. I know myself enough to know that what I got going on right now is all that matters to me. I know who I am. And again, even before this journey, I might not have known, but I had this idea, you know. And I also, at the top, I do be enough to still carry myself the way I carry myself, for a reason. Because on a journey, when I'm really, really relearning and getting to know myself again and stepping into who I am, who I was created to be, I'm realizing that energy that I never known was there. Now I see that energy from people. So I was right to stay to myself. I was right to just keep being who I was. Because people's intentions don't be no good, for real. They don't be no good. So it's just like, knowing yourself is, again, yes, being able to understand yourself. Being able to recognize the nature of who you are. To know who you are enough to know, like, this ain't what I'm finna deal with. This ain't what I'm finna do. You know? Like, I definitely know and understand myself enough to just really, like, I know, like, when I've done wrong. I know when it might take me a minute. I gotta think about it. You know? You gotta give me time to think to take accountability, because I don't take accountability right off the bat. But, you know, a lot of my growth, especially with my last real relationship, a lot of my growth was being able to take what I dish out, basically. So before my last relationship, I couldn't really hear nobody tell me about myself, especially in a relationship. But now I'm able to do that, and I'm able to look at myself, and I'm like, you know what, you're right. I do be doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know myself enough now to know how to take accountability, and to know that I'm not a perfect woman. I'm not a perfect female. I'm not a perfect person. I know myself enough to know that. I know I'm going to mess up. Even if it's hard for me to get over the fact that I messed up, I know that I'm going to mess up. I know that I already have stuff seated right here in my heart before I even do it. Even stuff that I know I ain't supposed to do is already here, knowing I'm going to do it. I know literally everything about myself. Like, I know myself too much. And that's why I just do me, and I stay away from a lot. Because I know who I am, and I know what I'm capable of. And I just rather do my thing, do what I do, and live my life. That's it. I'm real, like, people might think I'm not low-key, but I promise you, I'm real low-key. Like, I'm very mysterious. I really am. Like, people might think they know, but they don't know. People don't know the hell. But it's good to know yourself. Because when you are put in situations, and when you going through stuff, you gotta know what you are and what you not gonna do. What you are or what you not capable of. Because then you might mess yourself up for real. Or you just might put yourself back a couple of steps. Whatever it looks like, whatever the situation is, you just gotta know who you are. Enough to know what you will and will not tolerate. To know that this ain't me, this ain't what I'm finna do, this ain't what I'm about to do no more. You gotta know who you are. You can't let nobody play with you. And that's what I be doing. I be letting people play with me. But the difference is, I'm gonna let people keep on playing, because I don't care. I know me enough to know that everything is copacetic over here. Do whatever you want to do. Don't care. See you at the top. That's all I have to say. I mean, I wish the best for everybody. And to know me is to know that I just stay in my lane and I do my own thing. I ain't worried about nobody else. I don't care. I do what I do. I'm thankful to be doing what I do. But that's just how I live my life. I live my life in a way where I'm for the people. But I don't really be. It's just a crazy world, and I pray for everybody. And I'm here for whoever. I am. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But you can't be naive either. You can't be naive. Because, again, the devil was once an angel. People play angels in your life all the time. And that's just what's deeply rooted in them. To play angels but really be a devil in disguise. You know what I'm saying? That's deeply rooted in them, and that has nothing to do with you. But you gotta recognize to not even put yourself in a position where they can even play with you. You know, that's why I stay to myself. Because I ain't about to be tricked out my position like a dummy. I ain't about to be in situations where anything crazy can happen, where now what I work for down the drain, or don't matter, or giving me a bad taste back. Nah, I'm good. You know, you gotta know yourself. Know who you are enough to not get tricked out of your position in life. So do you truly know who you are? When you look in that mirror, do you smile? Are you happy? Are you okay? You know, a lot of times I ask myself throughout the day, are you okay? You know, I just gotta check on me. I gotta check on me. Because I know that I get in my feelings, you know. I get in my bag sometimes. Like, sometimes I have my ways, you know. I'm a real sensitive person. So sometimes I gotta check on me. Because if I don't check on me, who else will? And when I'm checking on me, that's me. Like, every time I ask, because I kind of be feeling, you know, I feel it. So I'm like, are you okay? And I perk up. And you know, because I don't ask out loud, but, you know, I have that thought, like, are you okay? And, you know, I perk up and I start talking to myself then. Because it's like, you know, get right. I don't want to feel like that, you know? So I got to ask myself, like, you good? You okay? Because that made me stand up to attention, like, you know, you got this. It made me start, you know, affirming and getting back to work. So you just gotta know who you are, because when you know who you are, you able to maneuver in life the way you're supposed to. Because when you know who you are, can't nobody tell you nothing. They can't tell you nothing about you when you know who you are. They can gossip, they can talk, they can be mad, whatever. But they can't come to you and tell you nothing. Because they know better. Because they know they don't even know you. So you ain't got nothing to prove when you know who you are. When you know what you're doing with what you got going on. So do you really know who you are? Knowing who you are brings tons of confidence. You got to understand the good and the bad. I'm thankful. I was just praying about this the other night. I'm thankful to know the light and the dark, the good and the bad. What else did I say? I didn't think I said the ups and the downs, but the ups and the downs. I said something else. Dark and light, good and bad. I said something else. But yeah, I was just praying about that. Because it's good to know that it's a balance. Life is a balance. Like, you know, just how I started everything off. Telling y'all what I know, the good and the bad about myself. Because it's a balance. And that's why I know myself enough to just be right here where I am. You know? And I'm where I need to be as an individual, as a person. Because what did I say? I'm still getting to know myself. I know exactly who I am. But I know there's still more to me. More life. So I'm still getting to know who Lanasia is, because there's so much more to me. Even when I have kids and have a family, I'ma still be getting to know and understand who I am, because now I'm a mother and a wife. And I don't know what it's like to be the mother and the wife Lanasia, you know, because I don't have kids or a husband. So, you know, it's still going to be more that I'm going to get to learn about myself and get to know about myself, you know. So it's a journey, and it's a blessing to be on it. Get to know who you are. And I know with this question, I just talk and I just ramble, but whatever comes out is really what y'all get, because it comes from the heart, you know. Sometimes I be thinking, you know, but it's connected. It's all connected. It's all there. So, you know, what comes out comes out. And that's really what I really want people to do, for real. Get to know who you are. Start digging. Start taking away those masks and those facades and those different layers of you that you had to put on. Start taking those layers off and really figure out who you are deep down inside right here, and be that person. Just like I put on social media, there's so many sides to me. There are, and every side ain't good. Every side ain't beautiful. Every side ain't good. But hey, you know, I can only be me. I am only me. And I'm learning what it's like to love every bit of me, every side of me, every piece of me, from the root of my hair to my little cute toes, you know? Like, I'm learning everything, outside, within. I'm learning who I am, what I love to do, you know, what I want to be, where I want to go. I'm just learning to be present, loving who I am right there in the moment, you know. So it's important to know who you are. in life. Because again, nobody can tell you nothing when you know who you are and when you stand on who you are. And there's only one you. So there's only one you. Figure out who you truly are under all that stuff. A lot of stuff caked up on us. Take it off. Take it off. And just be who you are. Because there's power in just simply being. Being who you are. Not everybody gonna love who you are. But still love everybody anyway. But that's why I told y'all one time before, only certain people really get to see who you are. And that's the beauty in it. You shouldn't want everybody to know who you really are. I hope you guys have had a blessed Tuesday. Y'all stay safe. Y'all are beautiful. Thank y'all. For real. I'm grateful. I'm thankful for you guys for tuning in. Be patient. Be humble. Stay kind. Stay gentle. Show compassion. You are love. Love is within you. So show love. Shine your light. Shine your beautiful, big, bright light. You never know who needs it. Be you. There's only one you. Nobody else can be you. Stay true to that. Stand on that. Get to know who you truly are. Let me tell y'all, God works so good. God works so good. He is amazing. Amen. Thank you, Father. He is great. I love you guys from my heart to yours.